backdoor, finding McCraven, pass a little high for him. McCraven had a reset, puts it up off the glass, good.
Out to Hallie Crockett, her second baseball pass up the floor to Abby Richmond. Right-handed layup for two.
Go backing and backing, gets stalled again, and picks up 2 points. So 2-point takedown.
The puck tries to reverse along the boards, taken away by Parker. Run it out of goal! Parker tees up Brody Schultz.
Little right-handed dribble goes to Reichel. Deep three-pointer on the way. That's good.
Up the floor, Severson over to Bevins, all alone, steps up, shoots the three, and it's good.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Monday afternoon. Welcome to a playoff edition of high school basketball on yourliveevent.com. It is the Region 1 girls basketball tournament for you on this Monday quarterfinal round, and we have scheduled 4 games to be played today in the quarterfinals. Notice that I said scheduled. Well, it wouldn't be playoff basketball, playoff winter sports in the state of North Dakota if there wasn't a weather issue. Our first 2 teams, let me rephrase that. Our first 2 teams for this first game are here. 1 team for our second game is here. Nowhere yet where we stand on our other teams that are set to get played here, but road conditions, well, they are not favorable to maybe host all 4 games today, but we'll get in what we can get in here today. In our first matchup, we'll feature the number 1 seed and the number 3 team in the state, the Central Cass Squirrels, as they will be in action against the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson Warbirds. The Warbirds, the number 8 seed, had to defeat Lisbon 40-34 to get onto this game. That is a 1 and an 8 seed, and then it's 4 and 5, Sargent County and Maple River. Northern Cass playing Oak Grove after that, with Kindred playing Tri-State. Again, we have not heard quite where we stand with some of the other conditions with some of our other teams. We got Chase Miller down courtside. Let's send it over to Chase Miller.
Thank you very much, Joel. Ryan Gutzmer here for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson Warbirds. And Rylan, first things first, let's recap what happened on Thursday against the Lisbon Broncos. It was a scrapper comeback fashion for you guys, but at the end of the day, Mendoza, Kaczynski, Bowen Stingle started playing well. Emerson Johnson had some big threes. A really nice quality team defensive game back on Thursday, Rylan.
Yeah, obviously a lot of emotions. Tale of 2 halves, definitely. Obviously did enough defensively to stay in it in the first half. Fixed a few things, got after him a little bit in the locker room, and obviously did enough to come out. Credit the girls to flip that switch and come out to be able to play here again tonight.
And then you go up against Central Cass a week ago from today. What can you take away from that first meeting that you're going to hopefully see maybe something similar or something different from that first time you're Rylan?
Obviously, we'll probably see a lot of what we did a week ago. The biggest issue or thing that'll change is if DeConte's on the floor or not. Obviously, things are pretty or run pretty efficiently, even without her on the floor. The dynamic definitely changes, when she is on the floor. Obviously, taking care of the basketball, limiting their second chance points, slowing down the game, and just playing our type of game. Will hopefully get us there to the end, and we'll see what happens from there on out.
Final thing for you, I always like to ask coaches during this time of the year because you never know. Winning you advance, losing you go home. But what is this, a senior classman to you as a first-year head coach for this varsity program this year with the Warbirds?
Obviously, I haven't had them very long, only been here 3.5 months, but obviously anywhere from 5 years to a year or 2. Obviously, seniors are a big part of your team, and we have all 4 have played a crucial role for us. 2 that have played a really big role in this. I'm not discrediting the other 2, but between Zoe and Gracie, obviously 2 people that anyone wants to have in their program. So win or lose, they've done a really good job for us.
Rylan, as always, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here against the Squirrels here this afternoon.
All right, thank you.
Let's go back to you, Joel.
All right, thank you, Chase. Chase Miller talking with Ryan Gutzmer, the head coach of the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson Warbirds, as they're getting set to take on the Central Cass Squirrels in the quarterfinal round of this Region 1 girls basketball tournament. As we mentioned, both teams are here for game 1. One team is here for game 2. We have not seen our teams yet for game 3. Well, game 4, we have not seen our teams there, as well as road conditions continuing to progress. Of course, as always, contingencies very much in place as to what we're going to do moving forward, just in case weather does become such a huge factor here in this Region 1 girls basketball tournament. Let's take another break here on our pregame show here on YourLiveEvent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a local golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Natick, Page, and Castleton. Or view our website, www.onsteadlaw.com. Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 16th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 75 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls. The sale will be broadcast on DV Auction, and you can request a catalog today. Email gjrangus@feltontel.net or call 701-361-3189. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 16th. We'll see you at the bull sale. For more information, visit jacobsonredangus.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We are less than 90 days until spring planting. 90 days. Are you ready? Is your maintenance plan in place? Do you have parts on hand? Are any upgrade options decided on and purchased? We can help. Spring will be here before you know it, and we will help you meet the challenge. Contact RDK Enterprises at planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com.
And welcome back to our pregame show, getting you set up for quarterfinal game number 1, Central Cass against Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, Hankinson, and the Class B Region 1 girls basketball tournament here at the Shack. Against a number 8 seed, Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, Hankinson, against a number 1 seed, Central Cass, the number 3 team in the state. And let's send it now down to Chase Miller.
Thank you very much, Joel. Join us, Jay Blackman here. Jay, good thing, bad thing right off the bat. You played this team a week ago down in Lidgerwood, Wyndmere, going up against the Warbirds here. So to play them to start the Region 1 tournament in the quarterfinals, how much of a challenge or how much is that an advantage playing a team the second time around?
You know, it's a little bit of both. I think the biggest thing is that week we didn't really show the farm, right? Like we didn't necessarily do everything that we needed to. We kind of, we played it close to the chest, which thinking they did too, watching their playing game, they played some things there that they hadn't done before. So I think they kind of played it close to the chest, just thinking maybe this is what would happen. So it's a regional game, right? It's tournament time. It's February. It's a blizzard. So survive in advance, and it's going to be a good game.
The nice thing is, compared to last year, at this time, we're actually getting to play on Monday, then move it back 72 hours. And anytime you get to this time of the year, Jay, you want to be healthy. And I know we've talked about DeConte Smith from start of the season to where she's at now. But what have you liked from her, and how healthy is she coming in this tournament?
I'd say she's close to 100% as we could get her. She that knee was just kind of lingering, bothering a little bit, but I think it's right back to where it needs to be. Give her a couple days extra off, working with the trainer, just kind of, making sure everything was good to go before we rushed anything back. It was nice that we had the nice like 8-9 days to kind of give her some time, which helped a lot. She's just a difference maker, right? Like when she's out there, she's a difference maker. When she's not there, they can play defense differently. They can play offense differently. You have to account for her at all times. So, and really, it elevates everyone else on our team. So, it's good to have her back. Wyndmere hasn't seen her play in person, so it'll be fun.
Final thing for you, whether it's Kaczynski or a bone single on their side, on your side, obviously we can talk about the depth and the excitement level and experience of the senior class. So ultimately, when you get to this time of the season, what are you looking for in a coach in the opening, 4 or 5 minutes here of this Region 1 girls basketball game at the Shack?
I said in the locker room, I said we need to pedal down. I said we're not coming in slow. We're pedal down, going hard. We know Zoe and we know Kaczynski are really good players. We know we got to stop them. So it's not so much as let's stop them. It's let's put them in situations they're not comfortable in, and let's take away their crutch, take away the left hand, take away the right hand, take away what we need to take away to make it tough on them. And I think we're going to give it a go.
Hey, Jay, as always, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here in the Region 1 tournament.
Thank you.
That again, Jay Bachman, head coach for Central Cass Squirrels. Toss it back to you courtside, Joel.
All right, thank you, Chase. We're going to take another break. More coming up next.
Team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problems solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
Take a good look at Hillsboro. You probably know that the people are friendly, and you know about the quality of healthcare available at Sanford Medical Center. Maybe you've been to the Hillsboro Sports Complex to cheer on the Burros. Look at the businesses on Hillsboro's Main Street. The Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation provides financial help to local child care providers, and they're interested in supporting local businesses. For more information, contact the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation at growhillsboroND.com.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Folks, it's tax season, and the best way to teach your kids about taxes is by eating 30% of their ice cream. And the best way to learn about your tax situation is contacting Olson Accounting. They'll answer any question you have from an individual or business point of view. Let Olson Accounting set up your tax plan and eliminate any problems by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us.
And welcome back here to the Shack in Fargo, Region 1 girls basketball on your liveevent.com. Joel Morgan, Chase Miller here as we're getting set. Central Cass, Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, Hankinson, and Chase. We know this game's going to be played.
That's the beautiful thing, Joel.
they're both out here. They're both on the court. They're getting warmed up. But I was saying on the pregame before we got into interviews, it would be North Dakota postseason if we weren't getting some sort of weather delays happening. And again, nothing official. Nothing has been said officially, but kind of the things that are starting to come in is that we're going to have a hybrid look in day number 1 of this tournament.
Well, the good news is both these two teams got here. Talking with some coaches, Joel, in between of when we got on the air and where we are now, some of them said we were fortunate we left when we did. They're hearing from parents in their respective regions and region run across the valley saying they maybe got 15, 20 minutes on the road and they're heading back home right now. They just don't want to chance it and risk it. And hopefully they're buckling down here and they can watch us right here on your live event handle these games. But we know we're going to get one game in. We think we're going to get more. We hope we get all 4 in. But the good news, Joel, compared to this time last year, we didn't even start the tournament till Thursday, so you're already ahead of schedule in that
we're
category.
Already at an advantage to where we were last year. But yeah, to know that, it was kind of when we were waiting around here at the gym and we saw one team make its way in and the other team make its way in. Courtney Dixon, one of the assistant coaches for Central Cass, got here. She works at West Fargo School District, so she got here before everybody else. And everyone's kind of joking she's here and thinking the team. She said, "Oh, it's just me." And then the team shows up. So both teams are here, thankfully, for game number 1 between the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson Warbirds and the Central Cass Squirrels. You look at the records, the Warbirds 9-12 on the year. They finished 3-7 in the region. Central Cass 17-3. 10-0 on the season, and Chase Central Cass 3 losses this season. You lose to the number 6, number 1, number 10 team. Jay Bachman said it from game 1 of this season. We want the hardest schedule in the state, and I think they gave that to themselves.
And those 3 losses, Joel, a combined 17 points. So they've been a little bit Jekyll and Hyde, though. At times, they've been a team that, wow, they're going to shoot the ball extremely well. They're going to want to get up and down in transition, cause havoc. That's what they've been known under Jay Bachman to do for quite some time. So if you're in opposition, you want to make it a half-court game. Remember what happened last year in the semifinals with Northern Cass, knocked them off, right? One and done defensively, made it a half-court game. They hit shots when they needed to, and Central Cass got a little bit tight along the way. The question is whether it's the Warbirds here today or anybody else along the way, what can Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson do after having a defensive scrapper against Lisbon, a comeback style? They were led by a freshman off the bench, Mendoza, with 11 points, 2 Rockets threes in the 4th quarter. She had some big block shots, Joel, and she plays like she has her hair on fire. So if we see that against the Squirrels, I think we're going to see some interesting basketball in this first quarterfinal round matchup.
Some number that doesn't always get talked about in the game of basketball, and it's more of a hockey kind of stat, but it's your plus, that plus minus where you're at and what you contribute to the court. And looking at the numbers for the Central Cass Squirrels, and not, I don't know Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson just because that stat, I didn't have that one available, I don't believe, but Central Cass is just everyone's in the plus, everyone's contributing. The turnovers, you got to watch Tori Richter, you got to watch what DeConte Smith can do, and those are just their top 2 at creating turnovers. The rest of this lineup, they know what they want to do, they know what they need to do. Warbirds maybe live in that uncomfortableness of not too aggressive, that uncomfortableness of dropping back a little bit sooner than you need to, dropping back a little bit soon on offense. But as you said, like, make it a half-court game. Give them something they haven't seen before.
Well, and the one thing that the Warbirds and the Squirrels did is a week ago that they played, but at the end of the day now, as we just kind of mentioned, talking with Rylan Gutzmer after the game on Thursday last week, I said, hey, how about Mendoza? She only averages 2 points a game. Yeah, but she's more of a JV varsity player. Now she's just a varsity player moving forward, to your point, Joe. The one stat that stands out for the Warbirds here, they got 9 wins this season. All 9 of their wins is when they hold opposition to 47 or less. So they want to make it another rock fight. They don't want to go up and down the floor. They're going to try to look to score in transition when they can, but they don't want this to be a 50-meter track meet and, Central Cass getting, shot up, layup, shot up, paint touch, shot up, kick out, 3, cotton, and so forth. So if you're the Warbirds here today, you got to take your chances. Who knows what the first 3-4 minutes of this afternoon game always kind of presents itself, Joel. It really, at this time of the season, it's who comes out the first 4 minutes, takes control of the game and not playing from behind. And if you're the Warbirds, you don't want to get down by double digits against Central Cass because that can feel like a lot more than 10 points at particular times of the contest.
Absolutely. So we have our number 8, number 1 seed here in Region 1 getting ready to square off. Again, as we mentioned, looking like we have another team that might I couldn't see who it is, but we may have another team that has showed up here. So
breaking news.
We're going team by team, but here's the schedule as it sits right now. Central Cass, Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson, Sargent County, and Maple River. That's a 4 and a 5 seed. Number 2, Northern Cass. They will be in action against Oak Grove. And you have number 3 Kindred against number 6 Tri-State. But again, we're taking it as they come. Let's take another break here on our pregame show. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Anderson Seed Farms is a certified seed conditioning plant and is set up to do commercial custom seed cleaning for large seed companies or family farms. They seed Dairyland seed corn, soybeans, and alfalfa alongside Westbred certified spring wheat and public spring wheat seed varieties. At Anderson Seed Farms, they don't sell a product that they wouldn't grow on their own farm. Anderson Seed Farms, located in Foreman. For more information, go online to andersonseedfarms.com. That's andersonseedfarms.com.
And we are back on our pregame show, minutes away from tip-off between the Central Cass girls and the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson Warbirds playing here in the quarterfinal round of the Region 1 basketball tournament. Big breaking news. The Maple River Raiders are in the house. So we'll have Maple River and Sargent County playing in the next game. So that will go on for sure. That is the 4 seed and the 5 seed. And again, no official announcement about anything being moved, but we know this thing's a little bit touch and go with the way that the roads have been. Northern Cass and Oak Grove will play in the next game after that, followed by Kindred and Tri-State would play in the following contest. We're going to take another break. We got more coming your way next year on yourliveevent.com.
Bank of North Dakota wants you to be confident when it's time to make student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident to calculate the maximum amount of student loan debt that is recommended based on your career choice. You can also learn how to apply for financial aid and get tips to cut education expenses. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident today.
The Benedictine Living Community in Ada is currently hiring for the following positions: Director of Nursing, full-time exempt position; CNA, full and part-time, need not be certified to apply, will train you; Resident Assistant, full-time assisted living position; and RN LPN charge nurse, full-time days and overnights. For more information, log on to blcada.org/jobs or call 218-784-5500. Consider a career with the Benedictine Living Community in Ada.
And we are back, checking in one last time as we will take a break for our national anthem, and then coming back, we will have our starting lineups. It is the quarterfinals of the Region 1 basketball tournament. Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson against Central Cass. Winner will play in the semifinals against either Sargent County and Maple River, which will be our next game here at the Shack. That will do it for our pregame show. Starting lineups in tip-off when we .com.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a four-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow in the new space and move forward with excellence.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a local golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the agronomy centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Lauren Oster. A 5'6" senior, number 14, Zoe Bonenstingle. And a 5'11" junior, number 55, Gracie Kaczynski. The Warbirds are coached by Rylan Gutzmer and Jen Meslow. And now the starting lineup for the Central Cass Squirrels. A 5'10" senior, number 1, Claire Cotton. A 5'6" senior, number 3, Tori Richter. A 5'11" senior, number 13, Taylor Severson. A 5'9" senior, number 15, Delaney Cotton. And a 5'9" senior, number 23, DeConte Smith. The Squirrels are coached by Jay Bachman, assisted by Courtney Locke and Hannah Bresky.
And that has been the announcement here of our starting lineups here at the Shack. As it's Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson against Central Cass. Losing team will have their season end here tonight in Fargo. I should say this afternoon here in Fargo. Winning team will go on to play in the semifinals and guarantees themselves at least one more game after all of this is said and done. As our starting lineup, have been announced. Everyone's ready to go. Gracie Kaczynski will take the opening tip-off against DeConte Smith as 8 minutes will go up on our scoreboard. And we're going to have a quick whistle right away, and the ball will go the way of the Warbirds. This broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangements with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activity Association. I want to thank them and our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. As a travel call on an inbound pass, Bonenstiegel had it, lost her footing, and the ball will go to the Central Cass Squirrels as Richter will trigger this one inbound and finds Claire Cotton. Kind of a back and forth start in this 5 minutes as we've had 5 seconds as we had two really quick whistles as Richter will take a look inside. We'll come to the top of the key to Cotton. She'll drive. Kicks this one beyond the arc now to DeConte Smith. DeConte Smith on the drive, up to shoot, misses the bucket. And Richter had the rebound out of her hands, will go out of bounds far side of the court. And those are the situations that Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson is going to be looking for, Chase, is, yeah, you didn't win that loose ball. Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest play, but a 50-50 ball goes out of bounds and it goes your way.
Yeah, when you're the under team, so to speak, on the seed line, you need to have these hustle plays really go in your favor. And this is one thing they can ill afford to do, though, Joel, is what just happened there with DeConte Smith.
DeConte Smith, a steal, hook shot, misses the bucket. Rebound controlled by the Squirrels. Smith beyond the arc. Claire Cotton for three. This one off the iron. Rebound was last tipped by Taylor Severson. And we'll go out of bounds. We'll go to the Warbirds. This first minute has really just been a war of attrition between these two teams. And if you're the Warbirds, maybe that's what you're looking for. As you're looking for minutes that you keep them away from scoring, minutes that your buckets maybe get magnified twofold because of the time of possession, so to speak, here in this game as a feed. Kaczynski on the post will come top of the key. Now over to the near side. It's Johnson with the basketball. 15 seconds on the shot clock for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. Feed to Johnson, onto the post. Kaczynski with the ball, contested shot, hits the iron, will miss. And the rebound is brought down by Claire Cotton. That shot clock almost getting down to 0 as DeConte Smith on the post near side. No room to drive, will feed to Cotton. A 9-game winning streak coming into the playoffs for the Central Cass Squirrels is a feed to DeConte Smith. Hook shot is in. And the Squirrels will score first. They lead 2-0.
Really nice move on the interior by DeConte Smith, able to seal her defender off and able to get right to the 10 is what the Squirrels want to do. They want a shot chart, Joel. They want 75% of their shots in the paint here for Jay Bachman.
And a turnover created by the Squirrels. DeConte Smith up for three. This one in and out. Rebound was knocked away, picked up by Cotton. Putback is going to miss. And a battle for the loose ball, and it's run on the baseline by Oster. Oster trapped at the baseline, able to find a pass over to Bonenstiegel. And the Warbirds with the basketball down by 2, under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Missed shot. Rebound to DeConte Smith. Finds a long pass to Delaney. Cotton in the layup is good. 4 straight to start the game for the Central Cass Squirrels. And they have a 4-0 lead.
Transition points here for Central Cass. 2-2-1 full court press. They've been looking to trap out of it. They've been able to get to some steals, but so far nothing that's proved too costly for the Warbirds. And then Warbirds with another turnover. And this is one thing talking with Rylan Gutzmer last week against Lisbon, Joel. The Warbirds average about 19, 20 turnovers per game. And he just said it doesn't matter who we're playing. If we can try to minimize that, that's going to be a difference. But if it gets to 20, 25, probably not going to find yourself on the winning side of the equation.
And when you're playing a team like Central Cass, 19 and 20 turnovers might as well be 40 points. That's how good they score off turnovers. Bonenstiegel will pick up the missed shot, brings it up court, one-on-one with Tori Richter, and Richter was able to hold her off. Comes to Oster, now on the wing. Bonenstiegel inside. Kaczynski's shot off the iron, had the rebound, will get it. Outlet pass a little strong. Bonenstiegel will pick it up, comes to drive. 30 seconds on the shot clock. The Warbirds have some time as to the bucket is Emerson Johnson with 2. And the Warbirds on the scoreboard here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. That's Dakota Heritage Bank, dhbanknd.com. Quarterfinals here of the Region 1 basketball tournament. Missed shot, rebound two-handed by Bonenstiegel. They're in the halfway point of quarter number 1, and it's been a war of attrition here through this first half. Just 6 combined points as a 3 on the way. That one rings off the iron for Johnson and comes out of bounds.
you like the pace of play, though, right now, the Warbirds definitely like where they at here, Joan. I think Jay Bachman can sense that.
And we're going to get a Bank North timeout. Visit them online at ibanknorth.com. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
And it might not feel like it right now, but get ready for the best 10 days this summer at the Red River Valley Fair, July 7th through 16th. Grandstand entertainment includes Dan and Shay, Shinedown, Jelly Roll, and Leonard Skinner. Get your tickets now at redrivervalleyfair.com. Exactly 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter, and it's 4-2. Central Cass leads Wyndmere Lidgerwood on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Severson had the ball, comes to Richter on the drive, back top of the key. Knocks down a three. 5 for Delaney Cotton, and it's 7-2.
And if Central Cass can even just get 5 threes, Joel, from the outside, that just really forces a defense to stretch out, because what they want to do is pack the paint, limit the drive opportunities here for the Cottons and DeConte Smith. But if all of a sudden you get a Richter, a Smith, or someone hitting 1 or 2 threes, then you got to come out. Now that lane evens open up even more so to get to the rim.
We had a held ball, went in favor of the Warbirds as a low pass will get through the feet of Johnson. It's a scramble for the loose ball. No one with control, and Richter comes right in and picks it up. Tori Richter on the drive. Feet in the lane, comes to Cotton, a little too strong, and 2 Warbirds fighting for the same basketball, and they call each other off. It was Johnson and Froelich fighting for the same ball, and they say, hey, same team, as the Warbirds get possession. Froelich checks into the game out of that last timeout, comes inside to Kuczynski, gets held up. 22 seconds and counting on the shot clock. Warbirds trail this one by 5. Kuczynski drives off the backboard, in for 2. And that will make it a 7-4 game.
Really nice move, and that's where they want to get Kuczynski. Block-to-block action, allow her to have that baby hook and try to get some points to the Warbirds.
Missed shot from Delaney Cotton, rebound batted around. Claire Cotton had it on her fingertips, and it's knocked out of bounds. Some substitutions coming. Ava Cotton will check into the game. Also coming in, Mickey Prochnow. Prochnow, a senior, averaging just under 4 points a game, 3 rebounds. Chase Mickey Prochnow has had her battles to crack this lineup for the Squirrels and has been a big contributor to her senior year off the bench.
Yeah, she can be a girl that might not always get the scoring, but if she can find her way in the passing lane, get second chance opportunities, that's what Jay Bachman wants her out there for.
Valerie Mendoza checked in for the Warbirds. She was the hero off the bench. Speaking of players off the bench for Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson and their win against Lisbon. As a drive from Cotton, hook shot will miss. Rebound comes to Bonensangle as we have just about 2 minutes left to play here in this first quarter.
And the Squirrels, they like their shots, Joel. They've been able to get, 5-10 feet from the paint. They just haven't been able to finish them. And if you're the Warbirds, hey, don't look now. A 3-pointer would tie this puppy up.
Froelich with the basketball, looking top of the key. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Under 2 minutes left to play in the quarter, which has been a relatively low-scoring quarter. As this one's going to come out of play and will go to the Central Cass Squirrels.
And they've done all this, too, without their leading scorer getting a bucket and Claire Cotton right now, Joel, for Central Cass.
Ball goes beyond the arc. Cotton will come top of the key. Feeds the Proc now. Now over to the left side. Cotton. Drive for DeConte Smith. Up for 2. Will get it. That's 4 for DeConte Smith. And a 5-point lead for the Squirrels, their largest of this game. Froelich's going to handle this basketball. Comes to the corner to Johnson. Up for 3. Lasser's going to be up for 2. Johnson will hit 2, and it makes it 9-6. And we're going to have a timeout here. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
The dedicated staff at Wyndmere Auto provides service and repair on cars, tractors, and trucks. In addition to auto and truck service, Wyndmere Auto is a CarQuest auto parts dealer. Plus, check out their selection of Alto's lawnmowers or bring your Alto's lawnmower for service. Wyndmere Auto is also a fast sprayer dealer as they carry and sell sprayer parts and storage tanks. For shop hours specials or CarQuest auto products, go online to WyndmereAuto.com. Wyndmere Auto, located at 500 Highway 13 West in Wyndmere.
This timeout brought to you by Bank North. They offer the perfect sync for your busy life with their online banking and mobile apps. Wherever you go, take Bank North along and handle your banking requests anytime from all your accounts. It's value-based banking wherever, without ever slowing down. Visit them at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, proud supporter of their communities. 6-9 in favor of the Central Cass Squirrels. 1 minute, 2 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the Warbirds right now down by 3, but down by as much as 5. But I think grinding out the clock in this first quarter is exactly what the Warbirds will take.
The main topic when you talked with coaches, Joe, over the last couple of years, how do you keep yourself in a game with Central Cass, or how do you beat the Squirrels? Half-court oriented game is what they want to do. And the Warbirds, for the most part, have been able to do that here in the opening 7 minutes.
Ball comes to the hands of Delaney Cotton. Cotton held up on the drive. Will feed to Proc now, top of the key. 15 seconds on the shot clock. And pass attempt to Proc now gets knocked out of bounds.
And just as much as the team's getting here, Joel, the officials got to get here too, right, with this 3-man crew. So it's good to see them in the house. And I've been having a fairly easy game so far.
Ball to the top of the key. Cotton will come back over to the near side. Nelson, 7 seconds on the shot clock for the Squirrels. Nelson up for 2, misses the shot. Rebound will go to Bonenstengel, and the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson Warbirds have the basketball. No shot clock. 20 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Mendenwald with the basketball. Pass partially deflected. Bonenstengel has the ball. 7 seconds left to play here in this quarter. Contested shot. This will be blocked. And that will end the corner. Ava Cotton able to block the shot. We are 1 quarter in the books here in the quarterfinals of the Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, Central Cass 9, Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson 6. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Your local Castleton agents, Scott Kramer and Tyler Wasleen, wish the Squirrels the best of luck this postseason.
When it comes to farming, Green Iron Equipment is a slam dunk.
Our sales team will give you a one-on-one experience when looking for a new piece of machinery.
Our service department will guard your equipment against breakdowns and keep you running the entire season.
Use Green Iron Equipment to assist you with your data in the John Deere Operations Center.
We've got all the right parts to beat the competition.
Good luck to all teams from Green Iron Equipment.
And welcome back here. A fresh 8 minutes is up on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Central Cass 9, Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson 6. Number 8 seed against number 1 seed. Central Cass also the number 3 team in the state as DeConte Smith will get the inbound. Smith, 4 points, second on her team in scoring behind Delaney Cotton, who has 5. And a miscue on this pass. Loose ball controlled by Cotton. And we're going to see our first foul of the game. Took all the way into the second quarter, and I believe will go against Froelich. Number 5, her first, team's first. And the Squirrels are going to make a substitution. Severson will check out. Tori Richter will check in.
And those ones are ones for Ryland Gutzmer that you're going to take, right? A hustle play. If you get a foul, so be it early on in this game.
Conte Smith drives, comes to the near corner. Here comes a 3, and that is good. 3 points for Delaney Cotton. Her second made 3, 8 points in this game. And a 6-point lead for the Squirrels, their largest, as they double up the Warbirds. Here comes a three at the other end, and trying to answer back was Emerson Johnson. Warbirds control the rebound. Long two, misses for Kaczynski. And a rebound was touched. It looks like it was touched at the baseline by Richter. And they'll say a Warbird had a hand on that basketball last. Both Cotton and Richter were going down court, waiting for the inbound, and one of them had to go back, and it's Claire Cotton inbound to Richter. Richter surpassing 1,000 digs over the volleyball season as a feat to Cotton. I think her aggressiveness on defense in volleyball leads to her aggressiveness here on the basketball court. I asked Coach Jay Bachman about it. He says just the way she plays the game, as driving as Bowden single up to shoot off the backboard. Rebound two-handed by Delaney Cotton. And Cotton, a long feed, finds Olivia Severson for the layup. Severson checks in off the bench here to start this quarter and contributes with two. It is a 5-point scoring run to begin quarter number 2 and an 8-point lead for the Central Cass Squirrels, the number 3 team here in the state of North Dakota. Drive for Johnson, up to shoot. Rebound is pulled out of the air by Delaney Cotton. Feeds up to Severson, and one for Severson.
Yeah, Liv with back-to-back transition buckets here for the Central Cass Squirrels. They're starting to find their rhythm a little bit in this second quarter here, Joel, as all of a sudden now you look up what was a one-possession game going into the quarter is now ballooned here to a nice little run for Central Cass, a 7-0 run right now. And give a lot of credit to Liv Severson, off the bench being that little energizer spark plug here for Coach Bachman and the Squirrels.
Free throw's good. Severson completes a 3-point play. I believe the foul went to Froelich, which would be her second. They did not put it up on the scoreboard. Lauren Oster will check into the game for the Warbirds. They trail this one now by 11, and all of a sudden, just like this, it's an 11-point game. 8 straight to start the second quarter for the Warbirds. For the Squirrels leading the Warbirds. And we're going to see a foul call on Cotton. Her first non-shooting foul.
And this is where the time for the Warbirds, you don't want to let this one balloon, Joel, to 15, 20 points before the half. You want to keep it around 10 single digits if you can, but need some good offensive looks. And so far, they just really haven't been able to get it on the interior to either Bowden, Stingle, or Kaczynski too much this afternoon.
Johnson drives off the backboard, scramble for the loose ball. With it was Bowden Stingle, and is able to get it to Kaczynski as it comes to Mendenwall, top of the key. Now we'll go to Johnson on the right side. Skipped over to Bowden Single. 14 seconds on the shot clock for the Warbirds. And a pass tipped by DeConte Smith. And then she'll get the missed shot. DeConte Smith weaving through the defense. Nice feed across the lane. Able to find Claire Cotton for 2. 9 straight, make that 10 straight to start the second quarter for the Squirrels. We got a timeout. That is a Bank North timeout. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
If your car or farm equipment has a chip or scratch in the windshield, contact Hope Glass today. Whether it's removal and install on a combine to enhancing a 1967 Ford Classic, Hope Glass takes care of everything from chip repair, mobile glass, and custom cut glass. Say hi to Chris or Jack today by stopping off by Hope Glass in Hope, North Dakota, or call Chris at 701-866-8299, or dial up Jack at 314-566-7995 at Hope Glass.
You can visit them online at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, proud supporter of their communities. That is Bank North, the sponsor here of this timeout. I'm Joel Morgan, Chase Miller with you here at the Shack. It is game 1 of day 1 of the Region 1 girls basketball tournament. Central Cass leading the Warbirds of Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson 19-6. Sargent County Maple River will play in our next contest. And then we're looking at Northern Cass against Oak Grove, followed by Kindred against Tri-State. And again, kind of touch and go as to where we're going to sit on those last 2 games just because of the reports we have gotten of the roadways. We know that we're going to have plenty of plenty of Sargent County fans will be watching our stream of this game, as we had heard that some of those parents on their way out from Gwinner got about halfway, or got not even halfway, just got out the door and said, you know what, we're just going to stay back and watch it. Pass gets tipped, inbounds gets tipped out of bounds. Warbirds will try this one again. Lauren Oster on the baseline. Got 10 straight points to start the second quarter for the Central Cass Squirrels. That first quarter looked like it was Wyndmere Lidgerwood just kind of grinding down some time. Right now, it is Central Cass's quarter, and the Warbirds could not clear half court in time.
Yeah, 10-second right there, but they're going to double back on the shot clock to make sure that maybe the shot clock got a second or two ahead of the 8-ball. So you have Hunter Fingstead, Ben Althoff, and Dustin Payne right now, Joel. And we said they've had a pretty easy quarter, 0 fouls to call in the first quarter, a couple of timeouts, just, 3 team fouls so far combined between these two. And maybe it's the old announcers jinx there, say they've been having an easy time. And then here we go to make sure that it was a 10-second or not.
And the Warbirds will catch a break here. Will be their basketball on the near sideline. Lauren Oster getting ready to inbound.
Officials error. It will be Warbird basketball on the side. They take a look at the shot clock here and see if they'll reset it or maybe give it up to 26 seconds. Give it a couple extra time. So one thing right now is they'll add it to 24 and say that the shot clock went a little bit ahead of the 8-ball here, Joel.
And just got a report from one of our viewers here, Palm. Region 3 has pushed some of their games back. Games 3 and 4 have been pushed to tomorrow night. So that is in Region 3. So again, is that an indication, Chase, of potentially things to come for Region 1, Region 2, and parts of the states?
Well, I'm just glad we're here. That's number one. I'm just glad that we're actually getting the games in after last year where, Region 1, Region 2 really got pushed back and had to kind of get delayed a little bit. I'm not surprised by the weather. I know some games in Class A out west were moved from Tuesday to today because of the pending forecast. So any more announcements that we get that are official or when those times are coming across will obviously, as Joel said, let you know. But Region 1, Region 2 on yourliveevent.com. And at least to this point, Joel, both are in action right now here on this Monday afternoon.
We're going to see a foul called against the Warbirds. That one will be against Bonensingle as DeConte Smith with the ball in the corner. Warbirds have not scored yet here in quarter number 2. And DeConte Smith from the top of the key. Up to drive. Shoots for 2. This one in and out. Ball gets tipped around. Putback is good.
That's the score for Liv Severson.
Liv Severson off the bench has scored 7. And 12 straight now for Central Cass here as we near the halfway point of the second quarter. It's been all Squirrels here this half. Bonensingle with the basketball. Johnson will send a pass to the corner, and DeConte Smith tipped it out of bounds, and Johnson got a hand on it last second.
Tell you what, Liv Severson, just a freshman, Joel, but I think she's an early indication in our post-game show of who we might be talking with if she continues to have the game that she's having, because it just felt like it was, 2 of these teams right now and a little bit of quicksand at particular times. Who is going to find their rhythm? And when Severson got those back-to-back buckets with the and-one opportunity, it just seems like the Squirrels were able to take a collective breath and find their rhythm here in the second quarter.
And a pass will go to the elbow to Severson, back to the near side, up for 2. Richter will get her pair, and that's just it, Chase, as they'll come at you so many different ways.
Well, I'm talking with Jay Bachman to start the season, saying you got a lot of experience back, and a lot of people are going to look at your roster and say, geez, she's still on the team. And the one thing that they mentioned about Tori Richter, she might not score a lot, but they want her to shoot the ball more, Joel. She just is such a distributor that sometimes she doesn't look for a shot.
Ball comes to the near side. A drive from Mendoza will get it poked away, picks it up at the top of the key. Will come to the right side to Johnson. Up to shoot is going to be fouled. That'll be DeConte Smith's first, team second.
That's one thing that the Warbirds will have to continue to find ways of doing here, whether it's Emerson, whether it's Zoe, use angles. You might be you might not win a 100-meter dash with some of these Central Cass Squirrels who are awfully really good in track and field as well. But if you can use that angle, you get that half step in front of them, Joel, get to the 10, force the official to make a call, if there is contact, and see if you can get 2 free throws. That's what Emerson was able to do here.
Emerson Johnson will knock down the first. Squares up for the second, and that is good. So that ends that long scoring drought. Comes at the 3:28 mark. Warbirds get their first points at 3:28 left to play in the first half. We'll get our first half numbers coming up for you here. Tell you a little bit about what to expect for our second game here of the day. Caught to the corner. Worked around over to the near side to Nelson, to the hands of DeConte Smith. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Claire Cotton up for three. This one will miss, and a held ball, and coming in there with a full head of steam was DeConte Smith, and she had both hands on the basketball. Momentum brought them both down, but that was one of those situations where DeConte kind of froze up thinking that maybe she would be called for her second straight foul, but instead at the right call, I think the right call there in that play is it's just a held ball that goes to the Squirrels.
And good job, and good to see DeConte. I don't think she makes that play, Joel, if she's not almost 100% healthy in terms of going in the lane like that.
Shot off the side of the iron for Proc now. Ball gets picked up and sent up court to Bodenstengel. Warbirds would love some sort of a scoring run to happen here, some way to spark their offense to straight points, not trading point for point or trying to break up a scoreless drought, as it's DeConte Smith with the rebound. Ball comes to Cotton, comes to the corner, up for two. This one off the iron. And now the ball is going to be picked up by Bodenstengel. Handled by Oster. Approaching 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. This quarter has belonged to the Central Cass Squirrels. They've outscored the Warbirds 14-2. It was 12 straight, in fact, to start this quarter. As a battle for the loose ball, and everyone kind of froze up thinking we're going to get a held ball, and now we will get it called here. Strike that, we're going to get a foul call to that'll be Emerson Johnson's first, team's third.
The one thing that I've liked so far from this game, at least, is, they're going to, I think this is what we're going to see for the most part, Joel, unless they're playing bumper cars and they're egregious fouls, those 50-50 ones. It's this time of the year. The officials want the game to get moving, obviously, with weather being a little bit involved. But whether it's 70 degrees outside or blustering snow, they're going to let you play a little physical once you get to postseason basketball to a degree.
That's going to take a lot for fouls to come into play, as a drive to the bucket, missed shot by Prochnow, and the ball will go out of bounds. You go back to that semifinal game last year between the Squirrels and the Northern Cass Jaguars. That was a very physical game, a lot of fouls called on both sides. The officials doing a great job of controlling that game and allowing the physicality to happen when it was supposed to, and then reeling everyone back in when they needed to. And both teams kind of walked away from that game. We're going to see a foul on Mickey Prochnow. That will be her first, team's third.
It's been a fun battle so far. You mentioned about Prochnow, Joel. Yeah, she really hasn't scored, but look who she's guarding, Kaczynski. And she really hasn't given up much against Gracie here in the second quarter when coming off the bench.
Inbound pass, Kaczynski will get it. Will come to the near side, comes to Johnson. Handled by Bodenstengel. Shot will hit off the iron. Rebound gets two-handed and brought down by Delaney Cotton. Feed to Ava Cotton. Layup is good. Her first two. 25-8. 55 seconds left to play in the first half, and Mendoza draws the foul. Valerie Mendoza, 11 points in their win against Lisbon. Averages 2 a game. Was the hero they needed in that play-in game to move on to this quarterfinal round of this tournament.
Something's going to be interesting for next year, Joel, with the 3-class system. On the original plan, it had Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, Hankinson keeping the co-op, right? Who would be in Class A, but if it goes back to Hankinson having their own program, Wyndmere, Lidgerwood having their own program, then all of a sudden both teams will be in District 1 and Class B. But just shows you how the enrollment's changed over those fringe teams a little bit when you add co-ops and such.
Yeah, and that's something that has been talked about a little bit with this new 3-class system. What is it going to do long-term for some of these co-ops? What are some of these programs going to do to adjust? And it's not always in a negative light, but in the fact that, now we feel that we can have 2 teams come out of our co-op that can be competitive, that can have full seasons, and schools can maybe be represented a little bit differently as 2 from the top of the key. That is good for Mickey Prochnow. 27-10. 18 points scored for the Squirrels in this quarter. 7 seconds left here on the shot clock. On the game clock in the half, and the ball will be picked up by Cotton. Takes the shot, and this one will go off high of the scoreboard. And our score here at the half on Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard: Central Cass 27, Wyndmere Lidgerwood 10. First half numbers coming up next.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
When we think March, we think crop insurance. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. We will be hosting a March farmer meeting to discuss the 2023 outlook, which will include examples using set spring MPCI prices and share strategies that are geared towards protecting your revenue and preserving your equity. Let us at Irie Insurance be your crop insurance partner. Join us for our meeting in Hillsborough on Thursday, March 2nd at 8 a.m. For location details, please visit our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
And welcome back here to the Shack. Our score at the half on a Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Central Cass leads this one 27-10 over the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson Warbirds. Let's tell you how we got to this point. The first quarter, the tone was set in the first quarter. We had 2 wrist whistles and 2 change of possessions within the first 5 seconds. So I think that kind of threw everyone a little bit of off kilter. Wasn't the cleanest shooting on either side. And Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson was down at the end of the first 8 minutes, 9-6. Now, doesn't seem like it's at the advantage of the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson Warbirds to be down 9-6 at the end of the first quarter. But what they did, if you look at it, is that they limited Central Cass to just 9 points at the end of that first quarter. Kind of made that one a little bit of a war of attrition. Well, Central Cass kind of felt that pressure a little bit. They responded in a big way. They ended up scoring 12 straight points. Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson wouldn't get any points until the 3:28 mark left to play in the first half, and it was 2 free throws by Emerson Johnson that end that scoring drought. But Central Cass would get a big spark off the bench from Liv Severson. She went on to score 7 points off the bench, all in that second quarter. And Shea, Central Cass went back to playing Central Cass style basketball in that second quarter.
Yeah, they really did. 0 field goals to all you alluded to. I mean, you get to the free throw line for the Warbirds, but if you're not going to make any field goals, you need to get to the free throw line a lot, particularly once Liv Severson kind of gave them a little boost. Delaney Cotton's played awfully well. But we haven't said Claire Cotton's name too much here, Joel. They're a leading scorer, and look, they're still up by 17 points. So I know you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, just the different weapons that Central Cass has is on display. Also, an update here from games in Region 3 and Region 4. The last 2 games of the Region 3 girls basketball tournament, have been postponed. So we know Region 3, Jamestown Civic Center, they're going to get the 3 o'clock and the 4:30 game in, but the last 2 have been postponed. So now, Joel, you're going to have to stagger the bracket. More than likely, if you can get the games in, you probably look at a Tuesday, Wednesday scenario. Tuesday, do the other 2 quarterfinals. Wednesday, if Mother Nature allows, get the semis in. Thursday, you're supposed to play the championship in Region 3, but that guy might get moved back. The difference, too, in Region 3 is they have districts for boys tournament that start this weekend. So they want to try to get that stuff ahead of any districts coming along. So Mother Nature, thank you so much for making February Frenzy even more fun here in the Upper Midwest.
Yeah, and the advantage you have, yes, you have the boys district tournament coming up. Civic Center no longer shared with the University of Jamestown. So that means you get kind of the run of the place if you're that region and you got that district and you're that region. But yeah, there's just kind of a lot in the air right now in terms of what we could potentially see happen played throughout these districts. But we're going to take another break here on the half. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
Maple Valley Parents is a nonprofit organization whose main purpose is to promote, encourage, and support the Maple Valley students, teachers, and staff. MVP strives to strengthen and enhance the educational and social environment of the Maple Valley School District by providing opportunities for students, teachers, and parents to learn, socialize, communicate, and grow together. MVP Group welcomes anyone to join them in their mission. If you'd like to get involved or see upcoming events, check out the Maple Valley Parents Facebook page.
Mindeck Market is located in the J.C. Penney wing in the West Acres Mall in Fargo with over 4,000 square feet of localness. Get ready for the Easter season and Mother's Day weekend with local products from North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota. From chippers, chocolates, jellies, and more, you can find it all at Mindeck Market. Stop by the store to build your own gift packs or check out their website at mindeckmarket.com. That's mindeckmarket.com to shop and order online.
At Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy with highly skilled therapists who live in your community. Mobility Plus looks to minimize your pain and maximize mobility that quickly allows you to live the quality of life you desire. Your mobility is our top priority. To find a location near you or for more information, go online to mobilityplus.biz. That's mobilityplus.biz.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
Thanks for joining us on our coverage of the Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament on yourliveevent.com. 27-10, Central Cass leads Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, Hankinson. Winner of this will play the winner of our next game, Sargent County and Maple River. And that will be in the semifinal round of this tournament. So if you win today, you're guaranteed at least 2 more games. But Chase, it's only one game you want to play after you win today.
Yeah, you want to get to the Friday night here. That's what the schedule says for the championship. And, the next matchup is ironically a matchup of 2 teams who finished out the regular season as well against each other, Joel, and the Maple River Raiders and Sargent County Bulldogs. Maple River without Addison Hannig, in the roster after suffering that injury about 3 weeks ago. Good news is she's getting a little bit better every day. Bad news, though, from the basketball-only standpoint, that's a big. That's not going up against a Nelson or a Cadoon for Sargent County, so we'll see what happens if the Bulldogs won last matchup. And then, later tonight, Northern Cass Oak Grove and, Kindred Tri-State's on the schedule, so we'll see what we get to. But so far, this has gone chalk. The play-in games went 6, 7, 8. We'll see if chalk's going to happen again. I think a lot of people coming into this tournament, Joel, thought Central Cass, Northern Cass would have a chance to be in the semifinals, entering the season. To see what Kindred was going to do after losing a wholesale of talent. Sam Bratz got him as a top 3 seed. And then obviously the 4 or 5 matchup. And Maple River, Sargent County, 2 really good teams that have different pieces that work well together. So I'm not surprised with where the seedings ended up. But right now the question is, can anybody knock off the Kindred Vikings who've been the Region 1 championship 8 straight years? And can anybody knock off the team that's been there a lot recently too in the Central Cass Squirrels?
Yeah, well, I don't think Kindred coming into this year at all, anyone ever thought that they were going to skip a beat. It would be a little bit of a tougher pull for them this year, but Yeah, they have been impressive, and it is playoff time, and that's where they've always managed to shine. Let's take one last break here, and we'll come back with the start of the second half next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Your home for big-time racing is Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, and the 2023 season will be their biggest yet. 6 classes a weekly racing each Friday night beginning May 5th, plus World of Outlaw late models on June 28th, World of Outlaw sprint cars on August 26th, plus the Sanders Stock Car Challenge, 2-night Howie Schill NLRA late model special, Big Iron Race, and much more on the schedule. Log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com for more information. Your home for big-time racing is Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
And we are back on YourLiveEvent.com, and its coverage of the Region 1 basketball tournament. Broadcast has been authorized by special arrangements with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activity Association. Don't forget to stay tuned. After this game, we'll name our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, and then just kind of roll you right into that Sargent County Maple River 4-5 matchup. 8 minutes back up on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, and it will be the Warbirds basketball to begin the second half. And here comes the inbound. Bodenstengel with the basketball. Tries to drive right side. Gets held up, and the pass gets stolen away. Claire Cotton through the passing lane. The steal, and we'll wait for teammates to get in position, and finds Taylor Sievertson now to DeConte Smith for 3. Knocks it down.
DeConte Smith still smiling. She had a smile on before she shot that ball, Joel.
Big 3 for DeConte Smith, her 7th point of the game. Future Northern State basketball player. We got a couple in this lineup. 3 in this lineup will be playing next year. A couple of Valley City State Vikings. As a pass gets stolen away by Tori Richter. She played that one well. Long pass up court, finds Cotton off the glass and in for 2. Delaney Cotton in double figures with 10.
Now, this is the start of the second half that Jay wanted in the first half, Joel, but it's not coming too late so far in this one of how the game has been kind of controlled by Central Cass.
Bodenstengel's going to handle the basketball. Will come on to the near side. Finds Garrett Johnson. Takes a look. Now top of the key to Johnson. Feed to the post. Kraczynski will miss the shot. Tipped by Claire Cotton. And right there was DeConte Smith to pick up that missed ball. It seems like Central Cass has had some sixth sense. They know where their teammates are as DeConte Smith goes the length of the court. She has 9 on the doorstep of double figures, and she gets a steal. And makes it look effortless, DeConte Smith. And the easier it looks for DeConte Smith, you know that she's in the zone right now. And that's kind of where the Squirrels are here to begin this second half. As a 3 for Smith will miss right into the hands of Oster. Oster's pass finds Bodenstengel, and the Warbirds with the basketball. Bodenstengel double teamed at half court, looking for help, able to feed Lauren Oster. Long 2 left side. This one will miss. Put back attempt. That is good. Emerson Johnson scores her 8th of the game. And we're going to get a Bank North timeout taken by the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. Visit them online at ibanknorth.com. Bank North, member FDIC. Back in 30 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
And we are back out of that Bank North timeout. 34-12. Central Cass has scored 7 points here in this third quarter. 2 for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds. Warbirds didn't score their first points of the second quarter until the 3:28 mark of that quarter. As a feed comes to Claire Cotton, held up looking for an outlet pass, and she's going to draw a foul. I believe it's going to be Bodenstengel. Call for her second, team's first of the half.
4 seniors here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, Hankinson and Bodenstengel being one of them. Joel, coming off that ACL, we see that big left brace. And how many kids have we talked about having ACL, injuries here over the last handful of seasons? And, Zoe just try to get a little bit better every day and trying to trust that knee as she could throughout the season.
Ball got knocked out of the hands of DeConte Smith, and Squirrels able to keep control. That's the big conversation at the professional ranks of basketball right now, Chase, is that load management. And a lot of that having to do with those knee and lower body injuries from playing a sport like basketball when you're so active over the course of the year. As Bonensingle handles the ball for the Warbirds, will come over to the right side. Froelich for three. This one will miss. Right there was Oster to get the missed shot. So the Warbirds keep possession of the basketball, that did not reset the shot clock for them. As a feed inside, Kaczynski shoots, misses the shot, rebound two-handed by Cotton.
One thing, it's been contested. Kaczynski, Joel hasn't really had a lot of easy looks. She's got good paint touches, but there's been really good defense on her so far today.
Missed shot by Cotton. Bonensingle with the ball for the Warbirds. 9-12 on the season as the Warbirds. Central Cass 17-3. All three losses against top 10 programs. One of those teams, Oaks, behind at the half of their region game right now.
That's a really good region, by the way, Region 3, and it has been for quite some time with Linton HMB, with Kidder County. You mentioned Oaks Carrington, has been in the mix. EKM, that's been a gauntlet sometimes in Class B girls basketball.
Ball handled by the Squirrels. It's Cotton with the basketball. Will come into the hands of Tori Richter. Back to Delaney Cotton. Sent over to the near side to Claire Cotton. Now over to Tori Richter. Delaney Cotton gets held up, and a scramble for the loose ball, and it's taken away by the Warbirds, and a long pass attempt knocked away by DeConte Smith. What a play by Smith. Layup will miss, and rebound grabbed at the baseline, and now we're going to get a held ball. No one had clear control of that basketball. The Warbirds got it, and DeConte Smith didn't have to leave her feet, Chase, just timed it well, swatted that one away.
Yeah, DeConte Smith understands defense. There's no doubt about it. And the way she's been able to play, not just here today, but throughout her career, just has made her. Remember talking to Jay when she was a freshman, Joel, I said, "Ball in the China shop," and Jay just kind of smirked and said, "That's pretty accurate as a freshman," because she was always in foul trouble, right? So it's about how could she understand to control her body, control her ability to fight for the loose ball and get there, and she's done that really well as the years have gone on.
Kaczynski called for the foul on attempted blocking the shot. Delaney Cotton will go to the line. We've seen several times. It wouldn't be a Region 1 tournament, Chase, without DeConte Smith going full head on here to the broadcast table.
Well, I was going to say, what's been one or two times, and she had a smile on then, too, when she was trying to go save the loose ball. I'm just glad that our press table here, Joel, has wheels. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just glad it has wheels.
Missed shot from Delaney Cotton. Cotton missed both, in fact. 10 for her in the game, under halfway through this third quarter. Warbirds handling the basketball. Feed inside, taken away. DeConte Smith, another steal to her credit. Those are kind of the numbers I wish we had in front of us, Chase, of how many balls she's taken away here in this quarter alone.
Yeah, deflection, steals, loose balls. I mean, that's just DeConte Smith's game. And then you add that with the other four players on the floor at any time, a pair of Cottons, Richter. I mean, those are bulldogs. That's just a way to describe them. They're just in your face from the start of the game to the end.
Bonensingle with the ball comes to shoot, and she will be fouled. That will go against Delaney Cotton. That'll be Cotton's first team's strike. That'll be Tori Richter. Tori Richter's first, team's first of the half, and that will put Zoe Bonensingle here to the free throw line.
Her and Kaczynski are going to be two big pieces that are be gone next season, for the Warbirds. Two seniors, a really good volleyball season that they had this year, and a very tough Region 1 as well. Caroline Pitts is, on the bench here, not in uniform, but dressed in the team colors here, Joel. So, there's going to be some pieces back for this Warbirds team, but two that people have come to know and love in that area on the girls basketball team, Bonensingle and Kaczynski. Those are going to be two big cogs to have to replace sometime next season.
Squirrels handling the basketball. They switched out 4 players out of that last stoppage of play. Camry Nelson with the ball, works over to the right side, finds Proc now. Back to Cotton. Drives in, nothing happening. We'll come back over to Claire Cotton. So a different look of this lineup for the Squirrels, and this is what they do well, is mix lineups, as Bonensingle will pick up a steal. Bonensingle looking to square up a shot. Will come left side, comes to Mendoza. And we're going to see this one go right to press row.
And there's the turnover, and for the Warbirds right now, they've done a really good job defensively, Joel. If you would have said to Ryland Gutzmer, hey, the Squirrels are only going to have 35 points with, 10 minutes left in the game, he would have taken it, right? It's just offensively, they just haven't been able to find really much traction on the other half of the court.
And the feed comes to Prochnow. Prochnow, her fourth off the bench. It is 37-13. Two minutes left to play in this quarter on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Again, stay tuned after our broadcast. So we'll get you the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Tori Richter will check back in for the Squirrels. Emerson Johnson will come back in for the Warbirds.
And Joel, we're going to have a tough one here if it continues to stay the way it is for Central Cass. We've said Delaney's name, we said DeConte's name. Obviously, Liv was a big key in that second quarter as well.
And here comes a three. That is good. Zoe Bonensingle will hit that three. Makes it 37-16. A minute 40 left to play in the third quarter. Our next up, Sargent County will be in action against Maple River. That will be our other quarterfinal matchup. Winner of that game will play the winner of this one. Ball gets knocked away. This is recovered by Liv Severson and feeds to Camry Nelson. Was trying to avoid the over and back. Turns it over to Bonensingle. Up for two, misses the shot, and it will come out of bounds.
No deflection on that one, so it'll go back to Central Cass. The Warbirds will go a little bit deeper down the bench here with head coach Ryland Gutzmer.
Summer Steinhaus will check into the game for Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson as we approach a minute left to go in the third quarter. It's been a busy week for the Central Cass Girls Athletic Department as a three on the way. That one will be off the mark for Cotton. Rebound is picked up by Richter. We'll feed back to Cotton. We're going to see a foul, and I believe Froelich for a third. Squirrels, both wrestling teams active the last Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the state wrestling tournament. So a lot of those fans, a lot of those wrestlers who have been busy those last 3 days took a day off and are right out here to cheer on their classmates. Richter on the near side, 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Squirrels. 40 seconds on the game clock here in quarter number 3. Ball gets tipped away. Bonensingle, another steal. In the lane, up for two, off the backboard, and that one was altered on the way up by Mickey Prochnow, who came from behind and just swatted it over.
Tough one there for Nelson. Just thought that she had a teammate there, Joel, in the corner, and did it right back. But here's the thing with Central Cass this year, Joel. We've seen them play really good in spurts in this game, right? But there's another 3-4 minutes where you just kind of go, okay, where did the team that we just saw 3 minutes ago, up and down the floor, good shot after good shot, really good defense. And this has been one of those things, I think, for Central Cass is find a way to play a really good, tight 32-minute basketball game. And if they can beat anybody in the state.
Oster drive, loses the dribble, and this one will come out of play.
And the other kicker is this year, Joel, I think for state Class B girls basketball, this is truly make the dance because you're not sure what's going to happen up in Minot, right? We've seen the Kindreds, the Graftons in recent years where you say, okay, it's probably them that's going to win it. This year, Joel, I don't know if there is truly just one.
Shot on the way, that one off the iron as the third quarter will come to an end. Central Cass, 37, Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson, 16 on Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Fourth quarter coming up when we return.
Hi, this is Steve Dalen from Piper's Auction and Realty. We have an excellent auction featuring 425 acres of great cropland located in Cass County, North Dakota. The Nelson Family Cropland Auction will take place at the Governor's Inn, Castleton, North Dakota, starting at 3 p.m. on March 14th. This will be a live and online auction. High-quality cropland near Arthur, North Dakota rarely hits the open market. Don't miss this sale. For questions, call me, Steve Dalen, at 701-893-8517.
Thunder Seed has over 4 generations of experience in the field. Through innovation, technology, and hard work, we put farmers first by providing high-quality products. We pride ourselves on developing quality soybean, corn, wheat, and corn silage seed for dealers and growers across our region. We are invested in being your partner throughout the full cycle of your harvest. Thunder Seed, first in the field, family owned and farmers first.
Ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Back at the Shack, Region 1 girls basketball coverage on your live event.com. Central Cass lead 37-16. And Wyndmere Lidgerwood, Warbirds got to avoid giving up a big run here to the Squirrels because that would put us in running time. Bonin Single, who has played very well here the second half, goes to drive. No room for her. We'll come to Emerson Johnson. Johnson on the dribble, skips to the top of the key. Back over to the near side. We have about 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pass gets tipped away. Ball is picked up by Cotton. Delaney Cotton's going to handle the basketball. Feeds to Severson right side. Now top of the key to Cotton. Conte Smith takes a pass inside, goes beyond the arc to Tori Richter. This was at one point a 9-6 game through a quarter of play. That first quarter, Wyndmere Lidgerwood kind of grinding down Central Cass. The Squirrels responding big in the second quarter as the three will miss for Delaney Cotton. The rebound will be controlled by the Squirrels. We're going to get a foul. Cotton's going to go to the free throw line.
Delaney right at her season average. Joel in points does a good job of following her shot there for Central Cass. And for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, Hankinson, just trailing it by 3 after that first quarter, but just unable to really get much traction in this one. Credit that, that they've limited Kaczynski and Bowensingle, their two leading scorers right now, Joel, just a combined 5 points, for the Warbirds. So for Jay Botman, they've kind of honed in on, the two main players for the Warbirds, and they said someone else has got to beat us, otherwise we'll just keep doing what we do, and that's play in-your-face pressure defense.
Cotton's going to knock down both. She's got 12 in the game. It is 39-16. Warbirds have not had any sort of scoring run up until this point in this game. Handled by Bonin Single, will come inside. Steinhaus comes to the right side. Johnson drives, loses the ball, picked up off the glass and in. Kiera Johnson gets her first two. 39-18. Winner on to the semis. Losing team will call it a season as the pass attempt comes out of bounds. Last touch by Delaney Cotton. Richter will come over to the right side to Cotton. Comes to Severson. Over to Cotton for three. That will miss. Next shot put up, and it will be a foul, and back to the line will be Delaney Cotton.
Central Cass only gives up 38 a game, Joel. We're seeing the reason why here, how they just can make it very difficult, and then how they continue to attack. The one thing I think I've been most impressed with about Central Cass in this game so far, Joel, is their ability to get the offensive rebound. Second chance opportunities, not let the Warbirds get out on transition, and just continue to have that full court pressure defense, whether it's kind of made or missed, Joel.
Second shot, good for Cotton. She's made all of her free throws here in the fourth quarter. 15 for Delaney Cotton in this contest. And the Squirrels back to playing Squirrel basketball here in this fourth quarter. They playing well defensively, offensively, and a block shot, or at least an altered shot coming from DeConte Smith.
And Emerson Johnson with a full head of steam. We've seen her get to the free throw line with that move earlier, going from the left wing to the right block, and that's what you got to keep doing. You just got to keep finding ways to get to the rim and just understand that there's probably going to be a squirrel trying to swat you on your way up, but good to take there by Emerson Johnson.
Ball gets skipped across, almost poked away, and then it is taken away by the Squirrels. Handled by Severson. We'll come to Richter, feed to the block, held up Cotton, but able to keep control as the Squirrels. Richter up for two off the iron. Richter hasn't pulled the trigger a lot this game. It's 2 points, but as we mentioned, she does so much well in so many other facets of this game. It's a big contributor for the Squirrels. Under 5.5 to play here in this one. Squirrels well on the pace to be playing in the semifinals coming up, scheduled for tomorrow, as the feed will come up court to Cotton. Cotton gets the feed and the layup and one for Claire Cotton.
Really good job by Claire and the Squirrels. Again, they just like to go, rib to rim to run. And that's for Central Cass. It's just been difficult here for the Warbirds to really, get much brewing offensively. As we kind of said that throughout the game, though, Joel. It just hasn't been one particular time, and maybe Central Cass has had some variations where they haven't played well offensively, and give credit to the Warbirds for that. But one thing that they have done well from the jump is, really play quality defense so far, make it difficult, whether it's Single, Kaczynski, or Johnson. There's a contested shot. There really hasn't been a lot of open looks here for the Warbirds this afternoon.
Fowler and Oster will check into the game out of that stoppage of play. Inside of 5 minutes left to go. Ball handled by Cotton. Now top of the key, Severson. Around to Ava Cotton for the three and hits it. 5 for Cotton off the bench. 47-18 as we approach the halfway mark of the final quarter of play. 3 at the other end. That one air ball. The rebound put back is good. Lauren Oster, her first 2 of the game. 47-20 the score. Claire Cotton on the drive. We'll find Ava Cotton now works to the corner to Tori Richter. Feeds over to Cotton. Near side, Ava Cotton will miss the shot. And the basketball will go to the Warbirds. Bowen and Stingle with the basketball. Held up on the wing. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, Hankinson. 2 on the way, off the iron. Tori Richter has the rebound. Squirrels looking for their 18th win of the season, another trip on to the semifinals. And a timeout taken by Central Cass. And they will use that timeout. I thought maybe a substitution timeout. They will use that. It's a Bank North timeout. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
And we are back on yourliveevent.com. That was a Bank North timeout. Visit them online, ibanknorth.com, member FDIC. Proud supporter of their communities. 3 minutes, 32 seconds left to play, and the Squirrels making some substitutions as we are looking for this one. Or rather, the Squirrels are looking to close out this one. Proc now up for 2. This one will skip off the iron. Ava Cotton will get it beyond the arc. Liv Severson, who had a big second quarter. I would say that second quarter is what has really swayed this game, as Camry Nelson will miss the shot. And it's Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, Hankinson with the basketball coming up on the 3-minute mark left to play in this one. Sargent County, Maple River will play in our next semifinal. Winner of that one plays the winner of this one, scheduled for tomorrow in the semifinals. As we're going to get a held ball, and it will go to the Central Cass Squirrels.
Hannah Fowler was just looking to go on the inside, but as she was, he had the Squirrels there, able to rip the ball away. Good job by Camry Nelson. So the Squirrels will get the ball right back.
Ball controlled by the Squirrels. Handled by Liv Severson to Nelson onto the corner. Coming up in our postgame, I should say between games, we will name our players of the game, as a missed shot just a little too strong for Cotton. Two and a half minutes left to play in this one, and here comes a shot from the corner that will miss. Ball gets knocked around, and it is picked up by Liv Severson. Stolen away, missed shot, and we're going to have a big collision. Ava Cotton went in full head of steam with Lauren Oster, a pair of number 11s colliding in. No one hurt. Everyone will pop back up to their feet, as we're going to see another substitution come for the Central Cass Squirrels. Emily Holland will come into the game. Emily Holland will come into this game. Feed to the lane. Hook shot good. Hannah Fowler, the senior, comes off the bench and puts in 2. Makes it 47-22. We're up on 2 minutes left to play in this game, and now we have a whole lineup of new players ready to come in for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson Warbirds. Still getting used to saying that one, Chase. As a long shot on the way, that one will miss. Rebound knocked around into the hands of Lauren Oster. And a timeout. Well, actually, excuse me, going to be a foul. And that will be on the Squirrels. And we're going to see a mass substitution coming for the Warbirds. They're going to allow their seniors to exit this game to a round of applause.
Yeah, it's always tough when you come into games, whether you're the team that's supposed to win or the team, quote unquote, Joel, that, you know, you're the lower seed, you're probably not going to win. But it's always tough anytime it gets to be your last time, because you understand the situation, you understand the emotion, you understand the last time that you're representing your town and community, you know, at this particular sport. So good news for a handful of these girls. There's still spring sports to be had, but from a basketball standpoint, obviously your career is coming to a close.
2 for Summer Steinhaus. Their first 2 of the game. It's 47-24. I think the hardest part of our job is seeing these seniors, regardless of what team, knowing that, you know, we're watching them play their last games, especially if you've experienced that yourself as an athlete. As a 3 top of the key, that one will ring off the backboard. Rebound picked up at the baseline. Put back off the side of the iron. Camry Nelson with the basketball. And inside of a minute to play, and no one seemed to want that basketball. Now we're going to see a foul call. I believe it'll be Summer Steinhaus called for her second. So Wyndmere Lidgerwood will end their season 9-13. Central Cass on to the semifinals yet again, 18-3. Emily Holland to the free throw line to shoot 2. Strike that would be the 1-1 and will miss. And a battle for the rebound, and we're going to see a held ball that will go to Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson. And Central Cass wants to make a big sweeping round of substitutions, and the official is going to let them. And the starters will be lifted. So Central Cass will clear their bench for this final 47 seconds as they are on to the semifinals. Mendoza with the ball, drives, misses the shot. Rebound is grabbed by the Central Cass Squirrels. Drive and 2. Not have 22 on my roster, unfortunately, for this game. As we're going to see an and 1 come. Marie Jardy will get the and 1 opportunity. Looking for the 3-point play. Shot on the way. That will miss. Rebound comes out of bounds. 49-26. No shot clock right now for the Squirrels. It will be about getting that clock right down to 0. Emily Holland handling the basketball.
A lot of credit first year for Ryland Gutzmer in this Warbird program. Going to come up short, but, you know, to hold Central Cass to 49 points, really good defensive effort. Joel just going to get much going on that offensive side. That's really the story of the game.
And this one becomes a final here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Squirrels on to the semifinals, 49-26 the final. Postgame coming up next.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree. where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
And we're here on the postgame show. Liv Severson from the Squirrels joining us. Win for you guys here against Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, Hankinson. On to the semifinals. How good does that feel?
Really good. I feel really thankful for our seniors.
First quarter, the Warbirds really hung with you guys. They kind of grinded it out. I think those 2 quick whistles might have been a difference maker to start the game. But second quarter, you guys come out. What was so different for you guys?
I think it was just the intensity. I mean, we always come out of our team as just always working, knowing that we got to work, and I think we did that.
You had 7. All 7 of your points came in that second quarter. What was working well for you in that moment?
Everyone was just telling me to go, so I just went for it, and they saw me down there, and I finished from.
All right, well, congratulations for you guys on this win and on to the semis.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take another break here. We'll get your final numbers, get you set up for our next game next on your live event.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the Agronomy Centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our Villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our Villa at 701-343-6273.
And we're here on our post-game show. Again, a victory for the Central Cass Squirrels, 49-26. Win number 18 of the season. They are now 18-3. Wyndmere Lidgerwood on the year will end their year 9-13. And it was just a 9-6 game at the end of the first quarter. And that second quarter, powered by Liv Severson, who we just had a chance to talk to here on the post-game, was one of the big difference makers that second quarter, where they would make it a 27-10 game and kind of really set the tone for the intensity they wanted that second quarter, the big turning moment for the Central Cass Squirrels team. Final numbers, Emerson Johnson will finish with 8 points to lead Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson. Zoe Bonensingle had 4, and then you had Kiera Johnson, Summer Steinhaus, Lauren Oster, Hannah Fowler, Valerie Mendoza, Mary Jardy, and Grace Kaczynski, all finishing with 2 points apiece for Wyndmere Lidgerwood Hankinson. For Central Cass, it was Delaney Cotton with 14 points, DeConte Smith with 9. Olivia Severson, Liv Severson, she had 7. Claire Cotton, Ava Cotton, 5 points apiece. Mickey Prochnow had 4 points in this contest. Tori Richter had 2. Again, the Squirrels win 49-26. Time now to give some of our post-game awards here in this contest. And first, we are going to start with the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, and we had a chance to talk to her, Liv Severson, in that big second quarter. She had 7 points. All 7 of her points came that quarter. She is the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Life takes energy. Enbridge Energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. She is the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. The RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. That is going to go to Delaney Cotton, who finished with a game-high 14 points. She is the RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Get ready for spring planting season with RDK Enterprises. For maintenance parts and upgraded options, they can help. Spring will be here before you know it, and let RDK Enterprises meet the challenges for you. Contact RDK Enterprises at Planner Doc yourliveevent.com. So game number 1 officially in the books here at the Shack of the Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament. Central Cass wins 49-26. That is the final on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. That will do it for this stream. This one will end. We'll have another one coming up, and that will be our next semifinal matchup between Maple River and Sargent County. Chase Miller will be on the call for that one. That is coming up next. Thanks for joining us here on yourliveevent.com.